Hello Libra, and welcome to my channel, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is a weekly reading for Libra from the 24th to the 30th of September 2018. Please make sure you watch your moon and rising sign for more complete picture. If these general readings, which go out to thousands of viewers, do not resonate with you, instead of getting disappointed and leaving negative feedback, I suggest you contact me for a private reading. I have put the details of my email address and my website in the description box. I've also listed the decks that I'm using, and I put links to Amazon and eBay if you want to purchase these decks. Also, watch the new video series that I've started, which reviews all the decks that I am using or will be using. So please like, share, subscribe, and leave me some comments. Now, this is a word of warning to those people who left me those nasty messages on my channel. I would be very careful about putting out such negative energy if I were you. I do this work under the guidance and protection of Archangel Michael, who is the Archangel of Justice and Vengeance, and he will not tolerate such disrespect. So I'm going to start doing the general energy read, and then I will do the general tarot read for you. Okay, so the first card is gain. So it seems like you are moving rapidly to the future, so things are moving quite quickly for you at this particular moment. You're leaving behind a lot of problems that you've had, and it seems, I'm just going to jump to the past cards, that there has been some bad news that has caused a lot of anxiety for you. So you've got the anxiety card over here, something that you heard. There was this bad news that was not really something that really caused problems, and now you are moving away from it very quickly. You can see the clouds are behind you, and you are rapidly moving forward away from that past situation. It's left you feeling very vulnerable, like you can be attacked, and you're haven't got your power back quite yet. Your confidence has been hit a bit, and you are thinking of reconciling with somebody at this particular moment. So maybe you had a breakup with somebody, and that was the bad news you received, and that's left you feeling really low confidence. So going into the future, you've got a dark-haired man and a master. So there's somebody here that is going to be an expert that you consult. It's some dark-haired man, and he's an expert in his field. It might be something to do with finance. It could be something to do with emotional your well-being, but it's somebody that's an expert at it, and you will be consulting them soon. And maybe they are the people that will, after receiving that information, you will be able to move forward with your life. So something has been a problem in the past, and now you're moving away from it and needing to get some sort of professional advice to deal with that situation. So that's the energies for the cards for that week. So I'm just going to shuffle this deck. Okay, so the main card has got main energies is 3 of fire. So you're working in a situation where you're working with a lot of people. There's a lot of energy. Things are quite stable. There's a lot of interactions with people. Or maybe whatever you're doing is very popular, and you're communicating ideas a lot. Sending out a lot of information. Maybe a lot of returns coming in, because you can see this particular shop is really busy. There's a lot of people in it, and it's a lighting shop. So whatever information you're giving is probably very enlightening to the world, and it's causing you to attract a lot of people to you, and it's something that is very popular. So a lot of energy there coming in, and you are putting out a lot of energy as well with this 3 of fire card. So you've got the child of earth, and it's crossed by the youth of fire. So you might be doing some further studying as well. You can see this child is very, very committed to studying this particular book. and it's a child, so you're starting off from the beginning of whatever you're doing. So you're starting off and you're working your way up with this course. It's not like you're an expert and then you're just doing something extra. It seems like you're starting afresh, learning something absolutely new. You've got the Youth of Fire, which is, things are moving forward for you quite quickly. He's on a motorbike there, so you have got your sights set on something and you're going for it. You might not be seeing everything. He's wearing these goggles over here, so there might be information that you are not aware of that could be instrumental in helping you forward, and you're not seeing it at this particular moment. So be aware that you need to do some research. The Youth of Fire tends to be a bit reckless as well, so try not to take chances that will not be beneficial for you. In other words, make sure that you're considering all the options and have a plan. Don't just do things by the seat of your pants. That doesn't always work out well, but you are moving quite quickly, and there is movement that has come in, and it might be this new education that you're doing that has helped you move forward. So in the past year, you had the Eight of Water, where you were sitting very, very alone, very depressed, very miserable, very restricted. You can see this is self-imposed, isolated from other people. This person hasn't even bothered to get out of their pajamas. So, a sense of quite a depression and mental anxiety, mental stagnation coming in for you, and that had been going on in the last 3 years. Now, in this last 3 months, it seems like there was an ending of something. You seem to have maybe ended a job, because this Ten of Earth is usually the end of a work cycle and the beginning of something else. So maybe you ended up something that has caused you to become unstable as far as your finances go. Maybe you're now having to look for a new job and a new home, and move your family to someplace else. So this is a bit of instability coming in the last 3 months. You want to achieve everything, and you want to be on the top of your game. You want to be the captain of the ship, and you want all these things, all these bad things that's been going on for you to go behind you. So that's what has been playing on your mind recently, and maybe that is why you're behaving a bit recklessly and trying to move forward quite quickly. Now, you do have a job at the moment, or you will be having a job at the moment. Either way, it's going to be some sort of apprentice kind of job where you will be learning on the job to do something, a new skill that you haven't done before. So also studying coming in with this work, and that is probably why you've got the Child of Earth over here starting from fresh. And you will be earning money while you learn this new skill, and they will provide you with all the tools and equipment, and you will have to focus pretty hard on that to get yourself going in this thing. So a lot of hard work and a lot of focus needing. You need to do that in order to move forward. And of course, you are going through a big change, a big transition. This is usually the Death card in the tarot, so moving away from something completely different. So you have moved away from the past, bury the past, and now you're moving forward, and you're in a state where you're on the bridge. So you haven't reached your destination now. You've come away from what you have been the past, but you are now in a state of flux, can I say, in a state of movement where you are in the process of moving away. So you haven't moved away completely, but you are in the process of moving away and making this big change that is coming for you. Around you, it looks like there was some sort of legal matter that you went through, and they looked into all of you were really scrutinized. You've got this bird raptor sitting on the window, so they scrutinized you and what you were doing, and it looks like you've come through some sort of judgment, some sort of legal battle recently. So going into the future, you want all these problems to stop you. This is the Ten of Fire. You can see they're in complete gridlock in this roadway. Nobody's moving forward or backward, and maybe that's how you're feeling at the moment, like you're completely at a standstill, nothing is moving for you, and you want to come out of that situation. So going into the future, you've got the Nine of Fire, the Completion card, and Intuition card. So the Nine of Fire looks like there is some sort of barrier and blockage in your path. Something is not allowing you to make a choice. You want to move forward, but things are stopping you from actually going forward. So there is a block over there that is not allowing you to go forward and not allowing you to make a choice. You have come to the end of that particular work cycle with this the World card, which is also a card that is ruled by Saturn, and it seems like with this Ten of Earth, it seems like that phase is finished for you. It is now time to actually move on, and with the Transition card, it looks like you are going to be moving on, or you're in the process of moving on from it. So you've got the intuition card over here, which is also speaking about education and higher learning, but also it's speaking about going and asking somebody for some advice. This truth or whatever you need to know is being hidden from you. You don't have all the information, and you need to ask for the right questions. So you might need to get some sort of psychic reading. You might need to trust your intuition, but if you can't, you need to find somebody around you, somebody that you trust, to give you that bit of information. The high priestess never usually tells you what's going on unless you ask her. So you need to ask somebody for information. You have to make that effort. It won't come and fall in your lap, that information. It will be hidden from you. So you need to ask somebody what to do in a situation like this in order for you to move forward, and you have to use your intuition in order to move forward. This truth has been hidden from you, and you need to know what is going on as well. So a big change coming in for you. You might need to do some studying and some work, and you've got the Child of Earth, which shows that, you that is probably the route that you're going to need to go through. You've come through some sort of judgment, some sort of legal issue, and you're trying to, get yourself going, really, moving out of that period of stagnation. So this is the angel cards. Let me just draw two. The first one is the Five of Air, which says an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation and review everybody's motives. So right now, maybe it's not the best way to make a decision. You may need to have to just wait a little before you make it and review all the information that is coming to you. There is something that is not being said. There is something that is hidden. And then you've got the Two of Air, which says being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending that there's no problem. So there is some sort of big decision that you have to make. You don't seem to have all the information available to you in order for you to make that decision. It looks like it's involving money, but it looks like you're going to have to wait for divine timing to come into play in order for you to make this decision. You've got the Ace of Earth, so a new job coming in over here, the flow of abundance, a promising business adventure, important documents or contracts. So it looks like you're going for a new job. You don't have all the information to make some sort of decision that you want to make, but it looks like you are going to be able to do that. You've got to rely on your intuition. Whatever you have, because it looks like you've got the Eight of Earth, so you are going into something where you're going to be doing a lot of studying and a lot of working coming in. And it's the Ace of Earth, so it's something absolutely brand spanking new. You haven't done this before. That's why you're going to have to be retrained or trained up in that job. So at the moment, you are at a bit of a deadlock over here. You can see that your road is closed at the moment. And it looks like if you take this new job, this is the way to go forward. Because you've got the Ace of Earth coming in over here. So you have completed a cycle of the old job. You were pretty good at that job. You can, you sort of reach expertise at that particular job, but now you're going for a new direction and doing something absolutely new. You're going to have to ask somebody for help, and so that they can reveal something to you. So you may need to get some sort of psychic insights in what to do in order for you to move forward. But definitely a big change coming in to move you out of the old. So you are in flux, like I said, you're in transition at the moment. So you're just in the middle of things, between things at the moment, and you're having to make a decision about what to do. So it might be a decision about your job, and you're going to have to make a decision of going for something new. Be aware that not all the information is revealed to you, so be careful about making choices. Make sure that you're reviewing all the facts before you actually make that choice. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.